What's up guys, welcome to another episode of Droid-Talk. This is my second episode ever. I switched the camera around, so facing my desk this time. And we got a bunch of questions, which I'm really grateful for that you guys sent them to me. So I'd say I have a decent amount of stuff to answer. So let me straighten up my chair. So first one is a Warstar build, one of my loyal viewers. He says, with olive green being your favorite color, which it is, which is your least favorite color? So I'd say, which is kind of weird thing to say, but I'd say just the normal green color, since I think it doesn't really fit in with a lot of colors except for brown maybe. In an Ender MOC it's a perfect color, but I don't like the green color contrast with other colors, so just normal green I'm not a fan of. I love olive green since it's more of a pastel color that fits with a lot of different colors. So next question. So we got Tastic, and he says, what are you looking forward to most in Wakanda? So what I'm looking forward to the most is having the big field with a lot of detail in there, and I'm just a big fan of big battles, so seeing all the Outriders charge the heroes on a big field is probably what I'm looking forward to most. So the second question is favorite Marvel character and movie. So my favorite Marvel characters are Thor and Iron Man. I just always get hyped when I see them fight. And my favorite movie is either Guardians of the Galaxy 1 or Infinity War. So I just love all the colors, and it's just those are such fun movies. So let's see the next question. So these are all from my Discord. So we got Warstar again. He says, if you were a Jedi, what would your lightsaber look like, and what color would be your clone? So if you guys probably see, I've got a bunch of purple in my it's probably like a magenta purple kind of color. So I'd say those. So a purple lightsaber, and my clones would be purple as well. And I probably have like a dark metal, like a kind of carbon fiber lightsaber. I would go with that. So the next one is Darth Stormtrooper. What is your favorite Marvel villain, and for any reason based on their story arc or costume or anything in general? So I find two of the villains that stand out. So first one we get Thanos. I just love Thanos since he is the villain who's trying to rule the world, kind of like basically every villain, but he has a motive that is actually kind of reasonable, even though it isn't. But he's trying to fight overpopulation, which is an issue and will be an issue like might say like 100 years later. We'll definitely face the issue of overpopulation. So it's an issue which is actually real. So we also have Zemo, since I really like how he manipulated a bunch of overpowered superheroes without basically being there, and just manipulating them from a view. So those are two villains that stick out. So the next one is from Holias Katu. He says, if you could see a Star Wars actor play a character in Marvel or vice versa, what would you like to see? So that's a really hard one. So I mean, there are not that many Star Wars characters compared to Marvel characters. So I mean, Robert Downey Jr. or Benedict Cumberbatch in a Marvel movie, in a Star Wars movie would be awesome, but that's not happening, unfortunately. For example, anyone that thinks Robert Downey Jr. is gonna be in a Star Wars movie is crazy, since he's way too expensive. That actor is way too expensive to be in any movie right now. So I'd say just any high-level actor, to be honest. I mean, they could all be in a Star Wars movie, but I don't really have an answer on which specific character. So next one is from Choco Tiramisu. He says, what's something that inspires you to build when nothing else does? So I keep saying this, but actually the Discord, the online community that I have and that I'm in, really just keeps me going. Me being able to share my content and my progress just gives me a lot of more motivation, instead of just doing it on my own. Since my parents or brother or whatever, they don't really care about what specific things I'm doing. So seeing those people online, being hyped about it, getting advice from them is just really cool. And let's see. This question is pretty funny. So local trench creator, someone in my Discord, he says, "What do you think about raccoons?" They're actually my favorite animal, which is funny. Just I love just how sneaky they are, and they always have their innocent face, even though they might have like stolen your food or something. And their little hands are also pretty cute. So Jedi Rob asks, do they even have raccoons in Belgium? So that is something I'm actually not sure of at all. So probably, but not commonly. Let's see. The last question is from Zappa. He asks, "What is easier mock? What is easier mock for building in your opinion, vehicles or terrain?" So that totally depends on the person. For example, we have Brickbender, a friend of mine from Germany. He only makes vehicles and he's super good at it. But I'm probably the opposite. I've not really made a vehicle except from this ATRT, which I made with the pieces of the battle pack only. So if you're interested in that, there's a tutorial on that, so you can see that on my channel. And I love building terrain. I've not really given vehicles a good chance though. I've always given up, but just like the reason why I make big mocks is also just because I want to build a world. I don't really make small mocks since there's not really a world in there. It's just a scene basically, and a big mock would make a world and not only a scene. So that's pretty much it for it. I will give you an update on my Naboo mock, how it's looking. I'm also fully in the progress of sorting every piece. So right now I'll show you guys my table, and I'll show you guys what I'm planning and some of the blueprints I'm going for. So let's do that right now. Okay guys, so here we have the table, and the first thing I want to say is this is how big Naboo was, and then I added another layer. So right now it's less a long square and more going to a normal square instead of a rectangle. So this is what this is very rough, but that's all my outriders. Still might get more. Here we have the dropship, where the dropship is gonna be. Here's the tree of Naboo, which I'm probably gonna reuse and make more like along on the sides to look like a safari kind of tree. So also an update I wanted to make is I went to the Lego store and got a bunch of these window pieces without the frame. So let me just get that. So this is what it looks like, and this is what I'm gonna use for water. So I have a little tiny thing here, but I'm definitely gonna add like more details to the underside, so it will shine through like rocks and maybe some tan as well. So here we have the barrier, and you guys let me know if this is high enough or if you want to see it go higher. So I do have a full cup of these 1x1s. So I'm gonna probably just check out if I even can make it, because I'm just gonna use those pieces before I buy more. So then here we have my favorite right now, which is War Machine. So I just put him on the spot right there. So if you haven't seen it, you should probably check out my my video on this, which is probably the last episode of preparing for Wakanda. So I'm trying to focus on this, which is not looking really good, but there we go. So I made a custom armor piece for him. So if you can see this is the ground technique I'm using. I'm probably gonna have different kind of patterns, but this is mostly the color palette I'm going for, which is really cool. And as you can see, I'm not gonna use these greens, only in the forest parts and the trees, so not on the ground, since I do not think that would fit at all. So here we have a rough outline, maybe gonna change it a little bit where the raised rock work is gonna be, and I'll probably have a waterfall over here. And maybe if I have enough pieces, I'll build the surgery tower where Shuri is doing surgery on Vision to get the Mind Stone out, which is not gonna happen. But here we have the knockoff Thanos, and I'm gonna probably fill these arms in with some clay and then paint them. But you guys let me know if I should make this a custom and change the color of this to an accurate color, or if I should just stay with this. I kind of like it, but my dad specifically says I should make a custom out of this. So also we have, I probably already showed this, but we got Wanda with the Civil War torso and the Age of Ultron legs. So I'm probably gonna change our legs out. Gonna make a custom little skirt thing in dark red cloth as well. So this is gonna be huge. I can't wait. I definitely want to make the field big. I want that to be a thing where the field is just massive, since it is a huge thing in the Battle of Wakanda. So I hope you guys can see what kind of scale I'm going for. I might still change this. This is where probably the rock war is gonna end, like here. I might move it up, since maybe that's not the focus part. I kind of want to make, like, the bigger I make the field, I might be able to add those spinning saw blades vehicles from the Black Order or the Outriders. So, and I might maybe spin it, but that all depends on how big the field is and if it's gonna look good in proportions. So that's it for this episode of Droid Talk number 2, and I hope you guys enjoy this. Please make sure to join my Discord, which is in the description. Just starting a little community right there. Also, you can make questions for the next episode in that Discord or in the comments. It doesn't really matter. Probably do a Instagram question as well. But I appreciate you watching the end of this video. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one.